Now that we already know how to create a blank app, let's start exploring the interface. First thing that we are going to look is this top bar right here. In this top bar, we have two parts. One that's the modern command bar, and then the actions. This bar will change depending on what's selected in the app. Right now, as we can see here in the left, in the tree view, we have the screen selected. Then we have actions regarding that screen. For example, we can insert controls inside it, or we can create a new screen, and here we have several models. We can change the background color. Let me just change to see what happens. Or we can click on this ellipsis and we have even more properties. For example, we can change the background image, selecting from stock images or uploading from our computer, and so on. If we go and insert a button, for example, so I just went to insert and clicked on button, a new button will be inserted inside the app. I can just drag and drop this button wherever I want. And notice that now in the top, I have different properties. For example, here I have the option to choose the font weight. If I go and insert a text, for example, the text will appear here in the screen, and then I can change the background color with the text selected. So basically, these controls are going to adapt based on what's selected. We can always see different options here, and they are just a shortcut to do actions. But we will see later that we have other places to do the very same actions. They are just here to help us to find things quicker. We have, for example, the undo and redo. We have the copy, cut, and paste. We can connect to data from here, create a new screen, and so on. Here to the right, where we have the actions, we can toggle on and off the properties pane, where we configure more things for the controls that we insert in the app. We can add comments to the app. Right now is disabled. I think that's because I didn't save the app. So let's click on save. That's also here in this bar, and nothing changed. Okay, I just stopped recording and found that's not enabled because it's a non-issue. The comments are not showing in the comments pane, and due to this reason, they disabled temporarily. There is no workaround so far, and they are trying to solve it. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Then let's continue. We have this app checker that we will find accessibility problems or formula problems where we can find warnings and also formula problems when they happen. So here we can easily find where the problems are and go directly to the problems. We can share the app. So clicking here, we have the pop-up to share the app. We are going to see later. We can play the app. If we click here, the app is going to go into play mode and we can use the app as the user would use the app. If we exit the play mode, then we are in the edit mode. I'm just going to put white as background color again, so it looks better. When we play the app, we can also view as different devices. Here in the top right, we can choose which device we want to simulate, so we can see how the app will behave on those devices. We can also change the orientation if we want, and we can see as in the browser. Now let's exit the play mode, and then we have the save button. It's very important to save the app once you create, because it doesn't save automatically. You need to enable it to save automatically every 2 minutes. Let's see how to do that, or since we are already talking about this. Here, in this settings icon in the bottom left, we can click on it. Here we have a lot of settings, but under the general tab, we have the autosave. Let's enable it, so it will keep saving every 2 minutes, ensuring that we don't lose our progress in case anything happens. Now we can close these settings, and we already saw where to open the settings pane. Here close to the save icon, we have this arrow where we can save as, saving with a new name that will create a new app that's a copy of this one, or we can download a copy. This will download a file that we can import later. And last and not least, we have the publish button. that we can use to publish the app that we are developing so others can use. We will see more information later. Next, we are going to talk about the control properties and understand this properties drop-down as well as the properties pane. See you in the next lesson.